Lane Tech flag football is on the air. Live from North Grand High School on the corner of North and Grand. It is game 11 of the inaugural season for Lane Tech flag football. The champions entered this afternoon's game 10-0 after a thrilling victory Thursday night against Taft at Taft Stadium. The champions are going to finish up their regular season today with a doubleheader, first against Mather, and then at 2 o'clock against the Bulls of Bulls Academy. Lane Tech looking to finish the regular season 10-0 and head into the playoffs as a top seed. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Lane Tech Flag Football. Tony McHale reporting with Mary Avery on the camera. It's a little bit early for us. We'll see what the girls do this morning. They have responded well on other Saturdays when we had a 10 o'clock game. I think the biggest challenge today for Lane Tech is the hangover, if I can, from Thursday night's thriller against the Taft Eagles. For those of you who weren't with us or didn't have a chance to see it or haven't read about it yet, Lane Tech had two interceptions in the end zone, one by Chloe Trotter to end the first half. The second by Marissa Yulee resulted in a 102-yard pick six that took Lane Tech from a 8-6 deficit to a 12-8 lead. The final score was put on the board by Christy Savoyeva on her own 35-yard pick six with under 2 minutes left in the game that put the Lane Tech champions up 18-8 and finished off the Taft Eagles. So today we're going to face the Mather Rangers first. Mather had the 9 o'clock game, so not sure if this is going to be helpful. They're going to be awake already or if they're going to be a little bit tired from the game. It is a beautiful morning here at North Grand High School. The Eagle Owls are a wonderful host. We have a scoreboard in the west end zone, so we'll try and do a little bit better with the time than we did on Thursday night when we were kind of making it up as we went along, waiting for the referees to give us the time. We've already had the coin toss this morning. The teams are headed out to the field. Looks like the Lane defense is going to take the field first. We'll set that for you as soon as we can. But everybody, get your cup of coffee or your brunch beverage. Settle in. We'll come to you twice today. First with Mather at 10. We'll take a little bit of a break. You guys can stay on the Lane Tech YouTube channel. Over at Lane Stadium, they are going to dedicate the field this morning at 11 o'clock to Lane Tech graduate and college and NFL star Fritz Pollard. And then you can come back and join us at 2 o'clock. So we were off. Mather's going to take the ball. 19 flips it over to number 9. We're going to have a running play. Flag pull by Ivy Thornborough. Right at the 23-yard line, so a gain of 3 for Mather. Didn't get an opportunity to see much of their game. They played Sen in the first game this morning here at North Grand High School. So we'll set the defense for you. Chrissy Savoyeva is the left cornerback. Sadia Rodriguez is a linebacker. Sophie Hung rushing. Ivy Thornborough middle linebacker. Michaela Brown on the right as a linebacker. Marissa Yulee as the deep safety. Another pitch to number 9, back to that left side again. Gets outside of Sophie Hung, but Ivy Thornborough there. And then the other cornerback on the right side is Anita Crejo. So it's going to bring up third down for Mather right now. 2 running plays. The ball is at the 25-yard line, so they need to get out to the 40. So 3rd and 15 for Mather right now. Marissa Yulee standing at the 40. Short snap, fake the pitch this time. Quarterback rolls to her right, going to go over the middle. Ivy Thornborough with the interception right at the 35-yard line. Tried to loft the ball over Ivy's head, Not going to happen. That looks like Ivy's 4th interception of the season and puts the Champions in business at their own 35. 1st and 15. They need to get to the 20 for a new set of downs. Marissa Yulee leads her team out. Michaela Brown left wide out. Fabian going to get the ball on the wheel route. Just got her hands a little sideways that time. Fabian catches that. That's going to be a big gain with her speed. So it brings up 2nd down. So we got Michaela Brown, Florencia Fabian. Maggie Yost is centering the ball. Yulee by herself in the backfield this time. Stays in the middle of the field, goes deep. Nobody there. Not sure. Little route confusion over Michaela Brown's head at the 25. And Crejo was running a post at the 20. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 15. So a little different defense than they faced on Thursday night. Taft oftentimes dropped 7 players into pass coverage. So a rusher here for Mather. Yulee straight back, looks over at Fabian on the right. She's going to run. She gets outside, cuts back inside. She's going to be down at the 30-yard line. So it's going to bring up 4th and 10 for the Champions. So trying to take advantage of the interception by Ivy Thornborough on Mather's first drive. The ball is just inside the 30-yard line. They have to get it to touch the 20. So Chrissy Savoyeva out there, Crejo, Fabian in the backfield behind Yulee. Number 15, C.K. Crudo is wide out left. Michaela Brown in the slot. They drop the handoff, so they're going to turn that back over to Mather at the 35-yard line, 34-yard line. So not a great start early for the Champions. Couple incompletions, a drop pass, and then a fumble. Still need to learn one of the key things that you learn playing football is you have to take that ball into your stomach. You make a basket, if you will, and let the quarterback put that in your stomach. Fabian that time tried to just grab it with her hands. It gets awkward if you don't have it perfectly, and that resulted in the fumble. So Champions back on defense, same players out on the field. Savoyeva, Rodriguez, Hung, Thornborough, Brown, Credo, and Yulee. 19 back at quarterback for Mather. She's got receivers 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Number 9 in the backfield again. She drops straight back this time, looking for a receiver. Good coverage. Here comes Hung on the rush. Hung misses the flag pull. Ivy Thornborough misses the flag pull. 19 still going. Crejo pulls a flag at the 40. So at 5-yard gain, 6-yard gain on what was a 40-yard run. Great elusiveness there by number 19, the Mather quarterback. Had 2 flag pulls. Hung had her in the backfield. We didn't start the clock again. I'm horrible. I'm sorry, people. But fortunately, we have a clock. We have a clock up here today that's running that everybody can see, so we'll get it to you at home. Mather breaks the huddle. 2nd down. Oh, no, 1st down. They got out to the 40, so that's a 1st down. Sadia Rodriguez with great defense there. Broke up the pass. Intended for number 3 for Mather. All right, clock is pretty close. Going to bring up 2nd down. 14:10 on the official game clock. Number 9 still in the backfield. Pitch that time to number 9. Number 16, Michaela Brown, just for a 1-yard gain. Great pursuit by her, working outside to inside from her linebacker spot. So that's 3 pitches. We'll have to watch. 3 pitches to number 9. Mather trying to work the right side of the Champions defense. But it's going to bring up 3rd and about 19. for Mather. We haven't seen him successfully throw the ball yet. Number 6 wide out here to the right, number 13 on the left. Come back this time, number pitch for number 9. Great job, Sadia Rodriguez. It's going to be a loss. Back to the 40, back to the 41. So it's going to bring up 4th down and 19. Mather looks like they're going to go for it. So they just need to, Lane needs to keep Mather outside of the 40-yard line, their own 40-yard line. Mather taking a little extra time in the huddle this time. 4 comes up the center of the ball. Number 9 still in the backfield, so you got 4 receivers on the line. Here comes the snap. Blitz by Sophie Hung. Sophie Hung with the flagpole. Great blitz by Lane Tech right there. They're going to take over the ball with 12 and a half minutes to go. This possession is going to start on their own 35, right where we were the last time. So hopefully we can get something generated here. So blitz by Lane Tech. That's one of their 4. So they need to get the ball down on 20, so it's 1st and 15. Ivy Thurnberg to center the ball. Fakes the handoff to Rodriguez, rolls to the right. She's got a lot of room to run. She's down to the 30, inside the 25 to the 20. Cuts back inside at the 15, all the way down to about the 11-yard line. So they faked the entire motion to the left side of the formation, including the handoff to Sadia Rodriguez. The entire Mather defense flowed that way, leaving it wide open for Marissa Yulee for a big gain. They're going to put that down just outside the 10-yard line. So we'll call it 1st and goal from the 11. 11:25 and running on the clock in the first half. So Chloe Trotter now in the game along with number 14, Stephanie Mata. Yulee looks over the field, goes deep to the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Lane Tech. That is number 10, Christy Savoyeva. Christy's 9th receiving touchdown of the year. We've kind of lost track of Marissa's touchdown throws. 43, she had 1. 44, we'll call that 45 for her. Coming in to today, so 1, that's 45. All set up by a great run by Marissa Yulee. Got it from the 35 down to the 11. Now Lane Tech goes for 2. She's going to go to the left. She got Chloe Trotter. That's intercepted. Flagpole by Sadia Rodriguez. So that was a long throw. So we'll call that a 35-yard touchdown drive with an 11-yard TD pass from Yulee to Savoyeva. No extra point. Lane Tech leads 6-0 with just over 10 minutes to go in the first half. So Zamaya Mack now out as a cornerback. Still got that hand wrapped. Sadia Rodriguez now as the rusher. Maggie Yost is the middle linebacker. Yulee still is the deep safety. Christy Savoyeva in the slot as a linebacker. Missing a number on the far side. We'll get it for you. Here comes a snap to number 19. Pitch again to number 9 to that left side, and that's Sadia Rodriguez right at the 20-yard line. That they keep going to that play. That play has not been successful yet today. They've run it, I think that's 4 times to the left. They've run it once to the right. And their biggest gain on that has been about 4 yards on the very first play of the game. Deep over the middle. Falls incomplete. Mather had 2 receivers there, number 11 and number 4. Going to bring up 3rd down. Ball's kind of sitting there. Marissa's going to have to go pick it up. Oh, Mather's going to go pick it up. So 3rd down, and we'll call it 19. 3rd down and 19 for Mather. So they have yet to complete a pass. Couple incompletions and an interception. 9 in the backfield again. Takes a snap, fakes a handoff to 9, rolls to her right. Over the middle, short, dropped by number 8 at the 25-yard line. So that's going to bring up 4th down for the Rangers. They went for it on their last drive at the 40. Now they're at the 21. No indication that they're going to punt. So we could see them go for this on 4th and 19. A little deeper this time. It looks like they're going to punt. Number 9. Oh, no, 19's right there. So they're going to go for this. Fake the pitch, rolls to the right. Interception, Kristi Savoyeva. She's going to go all the way right at the 20-yard line. Kristi Savoyeva with her 6th interception and her 5th pick 6. So that one goes for 20 yards. Her 2nd touchdown of the day. We'll call it a 20-yard pick 6. We'll go look at the film, but it looked like 20. Now here comes the extra point. That makes it 12-0 Lane Tech. There's going to be under 7 minutes left by the time Mather gets the ball back. Mather's running a bunch of players on and off. They're going to have too many people on the field. Not sure what's going on. Flag comes out. Yulie looks deep. She's got, feel really far away, Kristi Savoyeva again. So that makes it 14-0 Lane Tech, 6:47 on the clock. And not sure that Mather, what we've seen so far, that Mather has the offense to get back in this football game right now. Their go-to play is a running play. Some new players coming in for Lane Tech. Number 11, Nubia Cortez coming into the game. Number 17, Ruby Manasis. Number 2, Tiffany Varro in the game on defense. So Maggie Yost now the left linebacker. Cortez playing middle linebacker. Hung still the rusher. Varro on the right side as a linebacker. And she won't turn back. I think that's Chloe Trotter on the right side. But I can't swear to it. So 1st and goal for their 4th drive for Mather on their own 20. New quarterback in. Pitched a nice catch by number 19. She gets the edge that time. She gets outside. Marissa Yulie as the safety. Still no flagpole. No flagpole. They're going to go all the way. That play works. Mather's going to score an 80-yard touchdown run. Missing some flagpoles over there. So a touchdown from Mather, kind of out of nowhere. Number 9 kept trying that play, eventually got to the sideline. Or is it number 19 that time? They switched. They switched out. They had the quarterback, number 19, take that pitch. She got to the edge, and it was an 80-yard touchdown run. We'll say number 19 now for the extra point. That was a shocker. There was 5 Lane Tech players that missed the flagpole, and they had her on the sideline, just couldn't get her out of bounds. We're going to go back. I think it was 9. They had a different quarterback that time. Number 4 took the snap. So now nobody behind the quarterback, number 19. 9 is spread all the way to the right. Takes the snap. Has a receiver in the middle, number 8. Short. Short of the first down. No extra point. But that makes it 14-6. 4 minutes left in the half. Lane Tech's going to get the ball on the 20 and have to see how they can respond after that Mather 80-yard touchdown run after 3 possessions of not going anywhere. I think Coach took a timeout. Lane Tech took a timeout. Sorry. So there's 4:01 on the game clock. We're going to say that's Lane's first time out. Now we'll see what they can draw up. They've started their first two possessions started inside of Mather territory at the 35-yard line. So this will be the first time they're faced with the full field. Coaching moment for Coach Schwartz. But just a great run by Mather over there. Great opportunity for Mather to get back in the football game a little bit. So we'll have to see. So Mather started the game with the ball, so you could get a 2 for none here if Lane Tech can drive the ball. They'll start the second half with the ball. This game's moving quickly. I think everybody here for Lane Tech has been in the game already, so we'll have to see who comes out offensively. Referee blows the game back into session. So Lane Tech started a little bit slowly on their first drive. A drop, fumble, couple incompletions. Then they had a big run from Marissa Yulee and an 11-yard touchdown pass from Yulee to Savoyeva. And then on the next possession, Savoyeva had her 5th pick 6 of the season. So here come the champions: Ivy Thornborough, Marissa Yulee, Chloe Trotter, Sadia Rodriguez, Stephanie Mata, Chrissy Savoyeva in the backfield. Fake the handoff, pitch out to Savoyeva. It's going to be a pass. She's looking. She comes back to the right. She's got Sadia Rodriguez at the 30. Rodriguez out to the 40. Still going. She's at the 50. She's gone. It's a touchdown. Sadia Rodriguez, 80 yards from Christy Savoyeva, and Lane Tech answers immediately. Little trickeration from Lane Tech that worked. The game clock didn't start either, so we'll have to put up some, figure out what the time is. But that is Christy Savoyeva. Her pass touchdown, I thought she had another one. And that is Sadia Rodriguez's second receiving touchdown. That one goes 80 yards. Now they started the clock, so we'll get that reset for you. So Lane Tech going for 2. Lane Tech lined up to go for 2 again. 80-yard touchdown pass on an 80-yard drive to make it 20-6. Ball's on the far right hash. Yulee looks, lets it go. Good to see who that is. Feels really far away today. I'm not sure why. 15, C.K. Crudo with the 2-point conversion. Makes it 22-6. Lane Tech, 3:14 on the game clock. So we'll put that up for everybody. So a quick answer. Back-to-back one-play drives. Mather, an 80-yard touchdown run. Lane Tech, an 80-yard little trickeration pitch from Yulee to Savoyeva. Savoyeva with the here comes Mather again, 19. Ivy Thornborough with the flag pull on the quarterback, number 19, a 4-yard gain for them. Quick reset. Lane Tech leads 22-6, 2.5 minutes left in the first half. Lane Tech just scored on an 80-yard touchdown pass from Savoyeva to Rodriguez after an 80-yard run from Mather. So, yeah, 19 in the backfield now. Flip to 19. Great flag pull. Sophie Hung right at the line of scrimmage. So they've switched the running back from number 9 to probably their best athlete, number 19. 9 still on the field. But it was 19 who took the ball 80 yards on the last drive. So now it sets 3rd down and 15, ball on the 25. Sophie Hung, the rusher. Ivy Thornborough as the middle linebacker. Sadia Rodriguez and Michaela Brown as the outside linebackers. Pitch to number 19. Same play. That's a block. I'm not sure what's happening. A hip check from number 8. Not sure how there's no flag on that, but took out Sophie Hung. Ball's out to the 30, so it's 4th down. We'll have to get an explanation. We got some rules explanation from Coach Schwartz after Thursday's game. Still a couple questions. So they're saying that's a legal play. You can set a pick, but you can't. I can't imagine you can set a pick and then flip your hip out, which is what she did. She blocked Christy Savoyeva on the touchdown run. Christy wasn't happy about it. They had some words. So this is 4th down and 10. Marissa Yuli's at the 45. I think she should step up a little bit. So 19 is the running back this time. 5 receivers spread out. Another blitz from Lane Tech. Bad pitch. Sophie Hung caused a bad pitch. It's going to be a turnover on downs for Lane Tech. 53 seconds and the clock is stopped. So 53 seconds for Lane Tech to drive the ball 25 yards and get another score. So 1 minute warning right now, so the clock stops. Clock will stop on incomplete passes and when they go out of bounds. Ball's on the 26. Maggie Yost now to center the ball. Michaela Brown, the only receiver to the left. Everybody else to the right of Marissa Yuli. Yuli looks at Brown, comes back to the right, looks at Brown again, got her deep. Maggie Yost now to 20, spins it back inside, makes one tackler miss, another tackler miss. Number 4, Maggie gets it all the way down to about the 11-yard line. Clock is running. Clock didn't start, Tony. So 30, I'll just read it off to you because I can't do it. Clock is at 30. Lane Tech huddled. Ball's about the 11-yard line, 27 seconds. Lane Tech already took one timeout. They're taking a long time in this huddle now. 18 seconds. Need to throw this ball in the end zone. Fake the handoff to Fabian. Yuli rolls right, looks deep. 8 seconds. Ball's in the air. Touchdown, Lane Tech. Christy Savoyeva again. So there's 3 seconds left. Yuli to Savoyeva again from 11 yards. So a 26-yard drive, 11-yard touchdown pass. Makes it 28-0, 2-point conversion pending. Yuli takes it, flips her hips to the left. There's Maggie Yost, just misses it in the end zone. So the score is going to say 28-6. 3 seconds for Mather to run a play. So an interesting half. Some interesting turns. We'll recap it at the halftime. Talk to you a little bit about the rules that we learned from Coach Schwartz at yesterday after the Taft game. Still got a couple questions. So Taft comes out onto the field. Maggie Yost at linebacker. Sadia Rodriguez is the rusher. Yuli as the safety. So just nothing deep, nothing outside. 19 is going to be the running back. Number 9 is going to come up into a slot position. Oh, now she goes wide. 3 seconds on the clock. This will be the last play pending a penalty. Pitch to 19 again. There you go. Sadia Rodriguez that time in the backfield for about a 4-yard loss, and that'll be the end of the half. Should be. Referee has the – there you go. He's got halftime. So an interesting half. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back with you. All right, welcome back to Lane Tech Flag Football. It's a beautiful Saturday morning for some football. So before we recap this game, let's reset the day for you. This is the last day of the regular season for CPL Flag Football. Lane Tech has a doubleheader today. We're playing Mather right now. We're at halftime. We're going to come back at 2 o'clock for our second game of the day against the Bulls Academy. In the meantime, at 11 o'clock, if you want to stay tuned into the Lane Tech Athletics YouTube channel, you can go over to the dedication of the field at Lane Stadium. They're going to dedicate the field to Fritz Pollard, who is a graduate of Lane Tech in the 20s, went on to star at Brown in college as a football player, went on to star in the NFL, coached professionally in professional football, and then went on to be a hugely successful businessman, I think in Atlanta. If I'm wrong, I apologize. So that goes on at 11 o'clock right after this game. And then from 12 to 1:55, you can watch the tackle football take on Clark. That game's at Lane Stadium, so that's from 12 o'clock until you need to come back to our game against Bulls Academy, and that will end the regular season. We will get the playoff schedule tomorrow. Coach Schwartz will get that out to everybody. We believe that our first game will be on Thursday the 11th. We should get a bye in the first round. We think 24 teams in the playoffs. 1 through 8 will get a bye on Tuesday. So we will play on Thursday. We don't know the time. We don't know the place, but we'll get it back to you. So that recaps where we are for the season. Lane Tech's going to come out right now on their own 20. We'll get to the recap of the first half as we go here. But it's 28-6. There's 20 minutes on the clock. And Lane is going to start with the ball. Deep pass to Chrissy Savoyeva. She caught it at the 45. She's gone. So another 80-yard, better not fumble, 80-yard pass from Yuli to Savoyeva again. It's going to make it 34-6, pending the extra point. So that'll give us a chance. On the first Mather possession, Ivy Thornborough had her 4th interception of the year. Lane Tech couldn't do anything, lost it on downs. Held Mather, then got the ball back on a 35-yard drive, finished off an 11-yard touchdown pass from Yuli to Savoyeva. Extra point was no good, 6-0 Lane Tech. Savoyeva then had a pick six, 20 yards, made it, extra point was good back to Savoyeva, 14-0. Then a 80-yard touchdown run by Mather. So Yuli drops back, looks over the end zone. She's going to have the corner. If she wanted it, she had the corner. Little jump pass. Michaela Brown that time on the 2-point conversion. So that's going to make it 36-6, Lane Tech. So after Lane Tech made it 14-0, the very first play of the next Mather drive, number 19 ran it 80 yards to the end zone. Extra point was no good, 14-6. On the very next play, on a little trickeration, Yuli pitched the ball to Savoyeva. Savoyeva threw it to Rodriguez, and Rodriguez had about 70 yards after the catch, running through several defenders all the way to the end zone, made it 22-6. After the extra point was good to C.K. Crudo. Mather went out on downs, and then a 11-yard pass from Yuli to Savoyeva. Finished the first half scoring. Chrissy Savoyeva again, great tackle, number 19. Nowhere for her to go that time. So that's the reset. At half, it was 28-6. Lane Tech came out, first play of the drive. There's going to be a penalty on Mather that time. Takes it all the way back to about the 12-yard line. So on the first play of the second half, Yuli to Savoyeva again, 80-yard touchdown. Savoyeva caught the ball about the 45-yard line, outraced all the Mather defenders. 17-20 left in the half. This is Mather's second game, so I imagine they're a little bit tired. So 19 back in the backfield. Pitch the ball to the right this time. There's Maggie Yost. Maggie Yost right at the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard behind. No, maybe a yard ahead. So this should bring up third down. They have to get the ball out to the 40. They're at the 13-yard line. So haven't shown any real ability to be able to throw the ball yet. 2 interceptions from Lane Tech today. I'm trying to think. I don't know that they've had a completion yet. So 6 taking the snap, 19 behind her. Flip to the left this time. Michaela Brown and Maggie Yost, simultaneous flag pulls. Great job. Great job by them. Maggie Yost pursuing from her middle linebacker position. Michaela Brown coming out from her right outside linebacker job. So great pursuit all around there by Lane Tech. The ball still inside the 15, call it the 13. They're going to go for it again, so they have to get the ball all the way out to the 40-yard line. So 27 yards. Taking a little extra time in the huddle. Clock ticks under 16 minutes. Lane Tech leads 36-6. So 19 is going to take the direct snap this time. Little motion in the backfield, little confusion. So 19 takes a snap. They're going to fumble that. That should be Lane Tech ball inside the 10-yard line. So Lane's going to take over inside the 10-yard line. Looks like the referee is going to put it maybe right on the 10. So first down and goal for Lane Tech. Lane Tech's had great field position the whole game. The only time they started inside their own territory resulted in an 80-yard pass play. Yulee looks, surveys the field, plenty of time. She goes to the deep corner. Crejo, Anita Crejo, with her 5th touchdown reception of the year. We'll call that one 10 yards. 12 to Crejo. And any question of whether Lane Tech would be awake at 10 o'clock in the morning, I think, has been answered. 14 and a half minutes left in this half. 42-6. Not sure what we'll see the rest of this game. Bring the ball to the far right numbers. Yulee looks, got number 11. There you go, Nubia Cortez with the reception for the 2-point conversion. Cortez wide open all the way after she centered the ball. Everybody else was to the left side of the formation. So that's going to make it 44-6. And Mather just doesn't have an answer this morning for this Lane Tech Champions football team. So we'll see who goes out there. We'll try and reset it. Chloe Trotter, CK Crudo, Florencia Fabian is the rusher this time. I think it's the first time we've seen her there. Sadia Rodriguez giving her a little instruction. Nubia Cortez, the middle linebacker. Crejo, far left, and Yulee as the safety. So that's the 7 out there for Lane Tech right now. So some new faces and some new positions. I don't think we've seen Fabian at the rush spot all season. 19 is going to take the direct snap. She drops back. Lots of time. Ball over the middle. Yulee misses an interception. That would have been Marissa's 2nd interception of the year. Obviously the huge one Thursday night, 102 yards that took Lane Tech from a potential 2-score deficit to a 4-point lead. It was a great run. If you go back and look at it, it looked like she might have had her flag pulled or pushed out of bounds about the 50-yard line, but she kept her feet moving and evaded 2 tacklers at the 50, got all the way to the end zone, and that just changed the entire game. 19 drops back, way back. She's going to go short over the middle this time, incomplete. She was looking for number 6 that time. So it's going to bring up third down from the 20. .12:10 left in the game. Mather still in their huddle. Coach Schwartz running out some new defenders. Sadia Rodriguez playing left linebacker. Sika Crudo playing right linebacker. Cortez is the middle linebacker. 19 rolls out to her right, thinks she's going to run. Florencia Fabian gets her behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by her. Didn't buy any of the 3 or 4 fakes that 19, the quarterback, gave her. Kept her balance, kept her feet moving, and was able to sack the quarterback about, we'll see where he puts it, but it was 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So looks like Mather might punt this time. We have 3 deep, Marissa Yulee in the middle of the field. 11:30 and clock running. So it looks like 19 is going to punt. Punt from her own inside the 20, about 19-yard line. Snap rolls back, so the referee's going to call that down. It's a fumble, the equivalent of a fumble. So that's actually excellent segue. So one of the rules controversies that came up on Thursday night was the referee tried to tell Lane that they had to snap the ball from the ground. And we've been snapping the ball all season from the center's hand and just spinning it back to the quarterback. Not sure where the referee had that interpretation, because he had been our referee Wednesday at senior night. Yulee drops back. Deep's got Savoyeva, touchdown, Lane Tech. So I'm not sure how Yulee and Savoyeva are communicating today, but they are absolutely on the same page. So we'll call that about a 16-yard drive, 16-yard touchdown pass. Yulee to Savoyeva makes it 50-6, pending the 2-point conversion. Yulee surveys the field. Chloe Trotter came open a little bit. No rusher, going to go deep. Just missed by Maggie Yost. So that's going to make it 50-6. So anyway, so the referee tried to tell Lane Tech that they had to snap the ball from the ground. Coach pulled out the rule book and showed them that you can snap the ball almost anyway. The only thing you can't do is have the quarterback basically snap the ball to themselves. So that was the first one. The second one was they called a penalty on Lane Tech for not having enough players on the line of scrimmage, but you only have to have 3 players on a play on the line of scrimmage. It's 4 on a punt. So that penalty shouldn't have been called. And then the 2, I'm still kind of waiting for clarification on, are the roughing the passer penalty, which I went back and looked at the film, and all that was done was a flag pull. I'm not sure where that penalty came from, so we're looking for clarification on that. And then the pass interference penalty. I know in tackle football, 19 fakes a handoff, rolls to her right, comes back over the middle. Has got number 9 right there. Flag pull by Nubia Cortez right at the 25-yard line. I know in tackle football the penalty for pass interference is either a spot foul or 15 yards, whichever is greater, not the NFL rule of spot of the foul, which is what happened on Thursday night. So we're waiting for clarification for those 2 as we go into the playoffs. So Mather, 2nd down and 15 from their own 25. 19 waiting for the snap again. 9 in the backfield, fakes the handoff, rolls to her right, waiting for somebody to come open. Incomplete, just a little out of the reach of number 4 there at the 30-yard line. Going to bring up 3rd down and 15. So kind of like last Saturday, Christy Savoyeva is having a day. She's got a touchdown pass. She's got an interception pick 6, and she's got 4 touchdown catches. It's quite the morning, and we still have a game this afternoon. Pitch to number 9. She's going out to try the right side. Not that time, says Sadia Rodriguez. All the way back at the 21-yard line is going to bring up 4th down for the Rangers. Clock continues to move under 7:30. 4th down for the Rangers. So Savoyeva has an 80-yard touchdown pass to Sadia Rodriguez, a 20-yard pick 6, and then from Yulee, she's had an 11-yard touchdown catch, an 11-yard touchdown catch, an 80-yard touchdown catch, and a 16-yard touchdown catch, and a 2-point conversion. So just struggling right now for Mather. 7 minutes. Lane Tech's going to take over at the 16. Not sure what we do now. Scores 50-6, under 6 minutes. Kind of right where they were at the 18-yard line. So just remember, we're going to be back at about 1:55 this afternoon for our game against Bulls Academy. So Yuli's still at quarterback. Michaela Brown. Mack is out there. Lane Tech still throwing the ball. Goes deep. Just misses Ruby Manassas. Just missed her. So we got Crejo, Manassas, Brown. Who am I missing? Mack. Yost. And Rodriguez out there right now. Or is that? Everybody goes, it's Cortez. I apologize. Cortez is going to center the ball. Clock runs at 5:45. Lane Tech dominating right now, 50-6. Scored 26 unanswered points. Handoff to Zamiah Mack. She's got the ball in her right hand because she got a club on her left hand. She's going to go all the way. So we'll call that an 18-yard touchdown run by Zamiah Mack. That is her first touchdown of the season. She's got a club on her hand, her left hand. She broke her thumb in the Sen homecoming game. But she's been out here on defense since then, had a bunch of key tackles, and that is her first rushing or receiving touchdown of the year. Yuli drops back, got Brown. Nope, going to go Cortez out there. Her second two-point conversion of the game makes it 58-6. 4:35 in the game. Marshall's going to take over again on their own 20. Excuse me. See who we have out on defense now. Crejo, Thornborough, Hung is the rusher. Michaela Brown is the right linebacker. Sadia Rodriguez is the left linebacker. 3:55 and counting. Flag, little bobble by 19 that time. Flag pull by Sophie Hung. The pitch was a little high to the right of 19. She one-handed it, bobbled it, brought it back to herself, but it kind of blew up any timing the play had. So ball's just inside the 20-yard line. Mather continues to huddle. No answers this morning for Lane Tech. Lane Tech went 4 and out on their first drive, but has scored on every drive since then. Another pitch to 19. A couple missed flags there, but it was Ivy Thornborough who finally got 19 down at the 24-yard line. It's a little tough grabbing the flag that time. It's going to be third down. Clock ticks under 3 minutes. Lane Tech leads here 58-6. Just another dominating performance by these champions. Mather in the huddle, trying to figure out what they have for third down and 16. Lane Tech defense waits for Mather. Clock's going to tick under 2:30. 6 as the quarterback, 19 as the running back behind her, 9 spread left. Fakes the pitch, Lane Tech blitzes again. 19 gets outside, but this time she's bottled up by by Ivy and Chrissy Savoyeva. Both were there to pull the flag. Timeout, somebody. 2:02, or is that the game? The clock is still running. I'm not sure. Not sure what's going on here. Looked like a timeout by somebody, but the clock's running at 1:48, 1:47. Referee's still out in the middle of the field. So I'm not sure if they just didn't realize the clock. The referee has the official time. Not sure if they realized that the clock didn't stop. So let's do a quick recap of the scoring while we can. Lane Tech opened the scoring with an 11-yard touchdown pass. Yulee to Savoyeva. Extra point was no good, made it 6-0. Then a pick six on the next possession by Chrissy Savoyeva, 20-yard return. Extra point was good, made it 14-0. On the very next play, Mather had their biggest play of the game, an 80-yard touchdown run by number 19. No extra point, 14-6. On the next play, little trickeration, pitch from Yulee to Savoyeva, Savoyeva to Rodriguez. Rodriguez caught the 15-yard pass, ran about 65 yards. Extra point was good to Crudo, made it 22-6. Then an 11-yard pass from Yulee to Savoyeva, no extra point, made it 28-6. That was the score at the half, 28-6. Lane Tech came back, first play of the second half, 80-yard pass play. Yulee to Savoyeva, extra point was good, 36-6. 10-yard pass, Yulee to Kriho, extra point was good, 44-6. Yulee to Savoyeva again, 16 yards, 50-6. And an 18-yard run by Samaya Mack made it 58-6 is where it stands right now. There's 1:24 on the clock. We'll just stop that right now. Oops. So they put 2:08 on the clock. Punt's picked up by Yulee. Ball on the field, kids playing around. Yulee goes out of bounds about the 20-yard line. Send football came out on the field. Yulee picked that ball up about the 48-yard line, took it down to the 20. Minute 54 on the clock. See if we can put that back up and remember to start it. So the clock is stopped. So we'll see who comes out. So that was the first time Mather's been able to punt. They tried, just had some problems with the snap. So Lane Tech takes over inside their own 20-yard line. Minute 54 on the clock. The score 58-6. Referee blows everybody back into the game. Maggie Yost comes out, center of the ball. Savoyeva, Crudo, Brown. Crejo, who am I missing? Oh, Fabian. Ball's on the inside the right numbers. And Yulee looks deep again. Got Crejo, no. All right, let's see. No, so there, the far side referee threw a flag. Let's see what they get on this one. So they're going to pick up the marker at the 20, and they're going to bring it down to the 5. Maybe it is a spot foul. He's going to put the ball at the marker at the 1-yard line. So maybe in flag football it is a spot foul. That foul took place in the end zone. Crejo clearly interfered with. Minute 45 on the clock. Not sure why the clock's not running. It should be running. The clock only stops inside of 1 minute. So no run available. This is going to have to be a pass. Yulee takes the ball. Wide open. Sorry, looking for a number. Crejo with her second touchdown pass of the day. So we'll call that a 1-yard touchdown pass. Yulee to Crejo makes a score 64. And they're going to end the game on that. So the final score of this game is Lane Tech 64, Mather 6. They're going to not go for the extra point. Lane Tech just a dominating performance this morning. So now they have 3 hours, 3 hours before their game against Bulls Academy. See how they get warmed up again, see how they come out again 2 hours later, the handshake. So just a lot of scoring. We just recapped it. That last score, 1 yard. Yulita Crijo, her second touchdown catch of the day. Her other one was from 10 yards. So here come the champions. No problem with the 10 o'clock start this morning. They're not sure about their opponent this afternoon, Chicago Bulls Academy. So here they come. Little cowbells out this morning. So remember, I'm gonna sign off so they can get on this for the dedication of Fritz Pollard Field. So join us back here at 1:55 for our game against Bulls Academy right now. Please go back to Lane Tech Athletics YouTube page where you can watch the dedication of the field at Lane Tech Stadium in the name of Fritz Pollard, a Lane Tech graduate of the 20s. So for Mary Avery, this is Tony McHale in the first game of our doubleheader. We'll see you this afternoon. Good after morning, whatever that was. Thank you.